Hey everybody, and it's your Sam with another video. Today I kind of want to go over some of the changes that have occurred in book 1 of I'm No Hero thus far. I have been transcribing my handwriting into a document and compiling all of book 1 together because I did write some in Dabble, which is a writing program a lot like Scrivener, but it's a little bit cheaper and it works on Android or Windows systems. So I've been compiling all that together and editing as I go a little bit and reworking some of the chapters and scenes and deleting some of them if I don't think that they fit anymore. So there have been some changes. The first one, and probably going to be the most noticeable one, is the change from Galliness to Alamount. When I first started writing I'm No Hero book 1, Alamount was the name of the capital, and I thought it rather fitting because owls are wise, and I kind of wanted to go with a play on that word and mount as, you know, a summit or a thing to reach. And the capital was a very rich place, or is a very rich place. It's full of knowledge, it's full of wealth, it's full of people, it's full of everything that anybody could ever dream of. You know, it's just a city. And it's kind of like the way, you know, New York is seen, or London is seen, or Las Vegas, or Hollywood. You know, it's like a city of dreams. It's a city where dreams can be reached. It's a city where everybody has a chance to do something that they want to do, where they can fulfill their dreams. That's how I wanted the capital to be seen. And so I went with the name of Alamount as, you know, something to be reachable. But as I got to writing it, and things tend to be named more along the lines of what's around them or people that are in them or something like that, I knew that I needed to change it. So the town that Nastasia grew up in was called Galliness, after the Gala River, which is the main river that goes through this country. And it's a trade river. It brings all amounts of life and trade and food and gossip and everything along this country. It's as important, if not more important, than the main road that stretches from point A to point B all the way through the country as well. So with that being said, I wanted to change, or I did change, the capital's name to Galliness, and the town that Nastasia grew up in is now Alamount. I think this is a little bit more fitting, as the town that Nastasia grew up in is actually just outside the mountains. And a little secret that's going to be delved into more in book 2 and 3 is that Galliness, now as it's called, the capital, wasn't the first capital of this country. This is more dealing with my blog posts that I've made over on my blog, my website. So I'm going to link it down below so that you can see some of the growth and everything, some of the changes, because you know what I've said about I'm No Hero here, and maybe you haven't read my blog or have no interest in it, but if you want to see some of the changes that I'm talking about, you can head on over there and I will have the link down below. One of them was I was going to have a cannibal thief. As I got to writing these books, I noticed a trend in the monsters and the quests, and the cannibal thief just no longer fit into that. I needed to change it to another type of quest that was more fulfilling and more apt to the plot and more apt to the character growth. And unfortunately, the cannibal thief just did not fit any of those as I had it in my mind. So the cannibal thief is scrapped. Another one of the monsters is the Leogun, and it is part lion, part dragon. And I also added the white bees to it. The white bees are a species that I created specifically for I'm No Hero, and they are a very particular set of bees and they're fluffy, and now the Leogan is part B as well. This is going to go into character changes. Nadasha has grown as a character. She's going to continuously grow and change throughout the books. But one thing that I've changed in book 1 is I've added a bit more emotional baggage to her in book 1, so that she has a little bit more to work through, a little bit more to push through inwardly in order to get some of this stuff done to grow as a character. Another thing is Tasp was going to be her main love interest, but that's changed to somebody else now. That's changed to Steer from one character to another. Now that doesn't mean that Tasp is no longer in the book. Tasp is very much still in the book, and Tasp is what you could call her soulmate, but not the love interest, if that makes any sense. The best friend that will do anything and has done everything. Another character change is in the characters of Clara and Tori. When I first started I'm No Hero, these two characters were actually siblings. They were twins. I've changed that now in order to make the world a little bit more broader in I'm No Hero, and to bring some of the other countries in and bring some of the other political parties closer together. So Clara is no longer Tori's twin. Clara is actually a princess of another country who has become a companion. That not only ties the countries closer together, it also ties our hero Nadasha to other countries, because it shows the friendship that she and her family have to this other country, more so than the capital in her own country, because Alamount is closer to other countries than it is to its own capital. So it kind of shows the dynamic of that and how space and time and travel affects people when they're closer to another country's government rather than their own. As far as that goes, I think that is about it as far as changes. There have been a lot of things that I've thrown out, but that's because I felt that it gave the reader too much information on who the big bad is. So that's kind of been thrown out or redone to where it's a little bit more secretive. It takes a little bit longer to kind of figure out what's actually going on. That's all I have for today, and I think that it's a nice little update that I can give y'all so far on the progress that I'm having in I'm No Hero. I hope that you like it, and yeah. If you want to see more content like this about writing related things, about my work in progresses, about my life in general, some interests that I have, or how I cope with depression and anxiety and writing, make sure to subscribe. If you like this video, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to check out some of my other videos. I do live streams every Thursday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so if that interests you, make sure to join us. We have a lot of fun, I think. Get a lot accomplished. I also share live streams on every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Lauren and Nicole. The Tuesday after this goes up will be on my channel, so make sure to catch that. As always, be kind to one another. Take care, be safe, and keep writing and being creative. I'll catch you next time.